Welcome back everyone, my name is Tony Lau, professional Feng Shui consultant. If you want a promotion, a raise, this is what you need to do. Don't get burned in the back. Today we're going to be sharing really very useful Feng Shui set that you can use in your office. This is great for anyone that has an office. This can also be applied to a workstation or cubicle. If you have a designated office area at home, this will also work as well. For any working class, these are the sets you should be utilizing to help navigate through your career. To do that, gently click on the like button for some good luck today. Guarantee it'll bring you better luck. Number 1. If your job is not at risk, this is the set you should have every year. This will help you increase your chance of getting a promotion and getting a raise every year. I personally use this set myself and have been getting a raise for the past 14 years. Even when the economy is bad, I still got a raise. So this will work for you if it worked for me. This set can be either challenging or complicated. Depends on how much space you got. To do that, we first use the current year of the flying star chart. And you have to find out the location of the red star number 7, white star number 8, and the purple star number 9. So for 2021, they're in these 3 areas: northeast, west, and northwest. So what you got to do is put something water at these locations in your office. It may not always be easy, but I put a tiny vase and put a single bamboo in it and then just keep water in it all the time. Whether shove it in the corner of the desk or tuck it behind the door or just put it above a shelf or hang it somewhere. Be creative about it. Say you're a CEO and you have a lot of space to work with. Put one of those fishbowl in your office, but then you probably don't need the money if you're a CEO already. So you're a middle manager in the company, you have some reasonable room to work with in your office. I recommend putting like a fishbowl if you could, or at least a plant with water. That's the minimum I recommend for this set particular. For some reason, if you couldn't get plant or fish, just use a glass of water. Be sure the water is open and uncovered. If you cover the water, it loses its effect. But if you absolutely could not, you have a lot of traffic going through your desk, at the very least, in Feng Shui, black is water. Put like a black object or a black sticker, or use like a Sharpie. Make sure you color that area well. Purposely make it darker in that area. Do that every year. I guarantee you'll get better financial incentive from your job. Number 2. So this second set is mutually exclusive to the first set. Are you at risk of losing a job? Company going for a layoff? Then you probably don't want to do the first set. If your company is in distress, the chance you're getting a raise is rather low. So you wouldn't want to boost just for a little bit of raise. It will actually be counterproductive. Then you want to do this second set where you are protecting your job. This second set is great for people that work in companies that are currently going through a layoff or at risk of going through a big layoff in the near future. If you feel something's not right, then put this second set. Now as a reminder, this set and the first set are mutually exclusive. You should use one or the other, not both. You don't want to be going for a promotion and trying to protect your job at the same time. It doesn't work that way. You need to shift the energy one way or the other. Either protect your job or try to get a raise. Sorry, you couldn't do both. So you feel like your company might be going for a layoff soon and you want to protect your job, then you got to do this second set instead of the first one. You watch my How to Feng Shui Your House for 2020. I mentioned round river rock. So get one of those white round river rocks. Sorry, tongue twister. White round river rock. That's a lot of R. Looks like this. You can find those in hiking trail. I'm not advocating anyone stealing from a hiking trail, but if your hiking trail doesn't mind you taking a rock or two from the river, go for it. Otherwise, you can usually find those in home shop or landscaping. Just be sure they're like mostly white. Doesn't have to be all white. You want a rock that's about this big. Wherever you're sitting, put it right behind your chair against the wall. Might not always be possible, but do your best to put it there. You couldn't put it on the floor, put it on the shelf, get a bunch of tape it on the wall. You want it to be directly right behind where you're sitting. So if I'm sitting here right now, I put it behind my desk. But if I'm sitting like at an angle, then you want to be like angled toward like the corner. Just match your direction. Maybe like you got to change the direction to get it to fit. Now that's the first thing. Second thing you got to do, this is also important. So instead of putting in the free area where you have the flying star for wealth this year, you get the water plant, put it at the door where you're opening it. That's like it's showing in the diagram here. So what you do is that you want to open it and you see the water plant. So the goal is to get the plan to show up when you open the door. You might not have a lot of room to work with. This is usually the benefit of an on-site Feng Shui consulting. Helps you design, get a little creative a little bit. A quick review, 2 items, 1 white rock and 1 water plant by the door. That will secure your career for any layoff. If a company is going out of business, you may end up being the last person they lay off. Not sure if that's a good thing or bad thing, but it gives you extra time to find other job if that happens. Anything is better than your boss come and tell you pack your stuff, you're out of job tomorrow. So secure that career if you're at risk of losing your job. Lastly, we have this set for all purposes. This is an optional set, depends on where you work. Do you have a tattler at work? Somebody who's backstabbing you at work? This set will work for that. This set is usually applicable for entry-level employees that doesn't have much of a choice on where they sit. So you have a tattler or backstabber at work, or you sit behind some electronic, any of those 3 conditions, this set will work for that. This set is not mutually exclusive with any of the set we mentioned so far, so you can use this set in conjunction with either 1 or 2. If you sit directly behind a printer, definitely need this set. If you have a lot of traffic going through where you sit, or somebody plays a lot of electronic equipment behind you, for software people, this happens a lot. Especially work in places without a lot of storage area, you end up just putting a bunch of traps. You might sit behind a lot of server and stuff. These are not good condition to work in the long term. It's very simple. Just do one thing. Get a brown shirt or coat and put it on the chair. I don't have one here because I don't sit behind anything. But if there was a printer right behind me or some kind of electronic server and such running behind me, I would definitely put like a brown coat on my chair. I used to sit in one of those spots when I first started working, and I didn't have much choice in moving. Usually the new guy gets the worst spot, so I ended up just putting a brown coat permanently 365 days a year. It protected me from a lot of bad stuff at work, such as drama, tattling, audit reports. A lot of bad stuff happened at work. I was protected from it. This set definitely protected me in some of those bad situations. So definitely use this set if you a new employee or you sit in one of these spots. You never know what to expect at work. I notice people that sit in office like to put a small printer behind them just for ease of printing. If it's right behind you, move it. If you have the flexibility, move it. Don't burn yourself out if you sit in an office. Move the printer. That's my recommendation. You don't want to put a coat there, move the printer. If you can, put a coat there. Make sure it's a brown coat or shirt. I have one of those shirts that the sleeve is a little ripped. Doesn't matter, it's a shirt. You can still wear it, but it's a little ripped. I'm not gonna wear it, so it's like a throwaway shirt. I put it at my desk 365 days. People that work with me will know. I never really got to telling them why though. They thought I would get cold. If people ask, just say, in case you get cold. And if you make the video this far, consider subscribing. It really helped the channel since we just first started this year. I had to cut back the schedule. I've been busy with consultation on the weekend. Hopefully I can go back to the 2 video per week schedule, but I will try to post at least once a week. If you have any special setup for your workplace, leave a comment down below. I'd like to know. I'm always happy to try to help you troubleshoot those situations. Until next time.